It's Tiara the 08, and I have a road rage problem, but I'm going to talk about my road rage and what happens when I'm in the car, and I'm going to discuss how other people drive in Maryland. I can't stand Maryland, Virginia, and DC drivers. The DMV drivers suck ass. They are horrible. Like, oh my God, it's ridiculous. And my mom called me the other day, and she witnessed, firsthand how I am in the car. Except for hers is more of the PG version. Like, I'll yell at them and cuss a couple things, but I don't say the F word and everything like I normally do. So, for instance, this one time I'm driving in Annapolis, and Annapolis on West Street is 2 lanes, and there's nothing but, it's basically a strip with every type of fast food restaurant you can possibly think of. For some odd reason, this dingbat wants to drive, like I'm driving in the right hand lane, and then there's the left hand lane. A lot of people are turning off, so I'm like, okay, I'm doing 40 miles per hour. I see this car, and I'm like, please don't come out. And I'm driving, listening to my music and singing and dancing. What the hell does this nigga do? Pull his ass right in front of me. I'm like, did you not see me? Like, I flashed, honked, and everything. And I'm the type of person that I get really aggressive. I yell. I will roll down the window and yell at you. I remember this one time I was driving on the Beltway, and this dingaling, no, it was an African woman. For some reason, she had her signal light on to get over, but she wasn't going over. So as soon as I put mine on, I flick it on and just yank my little self over. All of a sudden, here she comes. So I get back over and ride beside her. I'm like, what the F are you doing? Like, and she's yelling at me like I was wrong. I was like, oh my God, like, I cannot believe this. The most aggressive thing that I've ever done while driving was throw something out my window at somebody else, and then I sped off. But that was about it. No, take that back. The most aggressive thing that has happened was while I was driving on 301, and this truck, no, I want to say it was SUV. This white guy cuts me off and almost makes me go off onto the shoulder because it wasn't enough space. And I'm like, oh my God, I slammed on brakes and like went over a little bit. Lord and behold, I said, if we have a red light, I'm going to whoop his ass because I almost crashed. So, Lord, just my luck, we both end up at the stoplight together. I hopped out my car and went around, and by the time I got to the front of my car, the light turned green and he jetted. Cause I was upset because, I'm sorry everyone, I'm getting over whatever this is. It's not a cold, but it's, I don't know. The weather's stupid and bipolar in Maryland. Like, it's hot one minute and then it's cold and then it fluctuates. So my mom opens and closes the window, and at night the window's open and it's really cold outside, and I wake up and I sound like a man. So I'm getting over one of those, horse spells, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it. So that was the most aggressive thing that I done, was hop out the car and scared the white man. Because I'm the type of person, I can't say that. I'll be lying if I say I don't get angry quickly, but I do. And it's kind of deprived. It comes down from my mom and my aunt. My mom and my aunt, they're like, they're from New York. So New York drivers, they're like OC. So my mom has calmed down a lot. My mom is the speed demon, and I'm a speed demon. And if you look at my Twitter, 9 times out of 10, if I'm driving to work, I'll take a picture of how fast I'm going, which is 9 times out of 10 over 100 miles per hour. And that's because 50 is like a straight shot, like point blank period. And you see cops and stuff on the side, but that's about it. So my aunt, she's the aggressive driver, and it's so funny because she's passive aggressive. So she's like, she'll talk to herself and like be pissed off, but she won't ever express it to the other person. She's, I can't believe this idiot, he's doing this, this, and this. And I'm looking at her like, Auntie, are you okay? Like, I'm right here. You want to talk about it? So, what was the other one? My mom, she used to roll up on top of people. Like, she'll like floor it and like push people out the way, and I got that from her. Like, if you're driving slow, say I'm in the left hand lane, and this, I'm gonna talk about a cop in a minute after all this, but if you're in the left hand lane, you should be passing at least somebody. There should be no reason you're in the left hand lane and you're driving slow as molasses. Take your ass back to the right hand lane, all of them. You have 3 other ones to pick from. Pick one of them, because you're not going fast enough. So this one time I was driving in the left hand lane, and I was, doing, cruise control, something like that. I can't say cruise control. I was doing about 65 and a 55. So I'm driving, cruising, bumping my music, got the windows down, hair flowing and whatnot. So all of a sudden this cop rolls behind me. I look at my rearview mirror, I'm like, whatever, I can slow down. for some odd reason, he wants to tell me. So I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, if he don't back up, like, he don't have no sirens on, no lights. He's not flashing me with his lights. So I had no reason to get over. He pulls me over. I says, what did I do, officer? Because I was doing the speed limit. He says, no, you weren't doing the speed limit. You was doing 5 over the speed limit. I was like, okay. He said something. I said, well, the reason why I was doing 5 miles over the speed limit because you was on my ass. And he said, well, why didn't you get over? I said, because I was passing all those other people. What I need to get over for? You don't have no sirens on. So he said to say, I'll give you a warning. I'm like, you damn right you're going to give me a warning. What the hell you going to roll up on me and think I'm going to move just because you're the law? You don't have no sirens on, so technically I ain't got to get out the way. So he asked for my license and registration. I'm a smart ass. That's why my dad calls me the rebel of the family, because I don't take to authority figures. I don't like them. Like, you're a person just like me. You just have a job that you get to control people. And I have a problem with that. So he says license and registration. So what I do is take my license and registration and put it out the window and roll the window up. So it's basically hanging like this. So when he knocks on the window, I rolled it down, and he got it. He said, you're supposed to hand it to me. I said, it's right there. So he said, and then he said, your tints are too dark. I said, no, they're the legal amount. And he says, no, they're not. So I said, I have the paperwork right here. But he walked away by the time all that happened. And come to find out, my tints are illegal. But I argued him down, so he didn't say anything. He gave me a warning for everything. So, so this basically was just about the freaking road rage and my driving habits. And another thing that I can't stand, because I was supposed to do a joint video with 2 other people about road rage and stuff like that, but I haven't been out there to their house. I haven't met up with them. We haven't, communicated when we were going to do it. I've been loafing, I'll say it. So I'm going to take the initiative and do it myself. So that's what I'm doing. The other thing I have a problem with is when I'm driving. We're driving. I don't even drive with 2 hands because I learned from a manual or stick shift, so I don't really use 2 hands. I'm a one-hander because I'm used to shifting gears, but I have an automatic. But another thing I have is most people drive the same route every day. For some odd reason, dumbasses want to be all the way in the left-hand lane, and then they say, oh, I have to get off. And then they put their signal light on and hold up all this traffic just to get back over on the exit. I'm like, bitch, you live here. Why are you taking so long? Or let us be driving on a regular road and you turn it into your neighborhood. Why are you still in the lane? You have your own section to turn in. Like, it's so irritating. Like my mom, she told me the other day, she said, Tiara, you're going to blow a gasket. And she's talking about me. She's not talking about the car. She's just saying I'm going to literally, like, pop off and probably end up in the hospital because of how excited I get when people drive. And I just look at it and see, I'm a fast driver, so if there's enough space for me to fit, I'll take it. Trust and believe. If it costs me cutting you off, whatever, if I can fit, I will get there. That's just how I am. I move, get out the way, I get to wherever I'm supposed to go. So I have a problem with the people who wait forever to get over and know that that's their exit. I have a problem with people with their signal lights on, but they're not moving anywhere. They're just, like, say, for instance, you put your signal light on to say you're merging over, but, normally it automatically clicks off, but you're staying in that lane for probably 2 or 3 miles, and you still have your signal light on. Like, I'm behind you. I'm waiting for you to get over. I'm like, hey, you got your flashers on. Get the heck over. Like, what are you doing? So that's another problem I have. I have a problem with cops. I don't like them at all. They talk to me, so whenever I get pulled over, I make sure I call my mom, and I'll put the phone down so she can hear the conversation, because some of them are real nasty and racist. I don't understand it. I have yet to get not arrested. I have yet to get pulled over in Annapolis, and that's one thing that I fear, because a lot of the cops up there are white and they're racist. Not saying all white people are racist, but I have yet to find one in Annapolis that's not. So, I haven't got pulled over there. I've always gotten pulled over on our side of town, so I've always got the black cops that I call the what do they call? What my mom calls them? No, not honkies. What do they call? Somebody with a Tom. I don't know, but she called him a Tom something. But I have a problem with that. What is the other thing? The other thing, I have the getting off at the exit. Oh, when there is a green light, that means go. I don't know what the people in the front line are doing, but when I see the damn green light, I gun-ho. I floor the hell out of my car so I can get the F away from all the rest of the people. That's just me. I'm talking about I go 0 to 60 and like that. That's it. Every time I'm at the stoplight and it turns green, my knee is up to my chest and I floor it. I just like to get away from cars. I like being the leader of the pack. I consider it. So, my mom, she has, how many pages she have on her record? Her driving record has 37 pages, I think, and she's been arrested once. She told me that as a rite of passage, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to get arrested for reckless driving. So she said that's a rite of passage, and I had to laugh at that because I hope that doesn't happen. But she got arrested in down South Virginia. I'm not driving nowhere in Virginia to be speeding like that. I mean, it's a lovely open country road. You can fly if you want to, but if you get caught, your ass is done. So I'm not taking no trips down to Virginia unless it's, you know, someone else driving. But I guess the road rage runs in the family because my aunt, my mom, my dad, he's calmed down a lot, but he's still a speed demon in a sense. Like, I remember, because he used to live in New Jersey, and we were on the turnpike, and at a certain point in the turnpike, it bumped. So the car was going like this, so I'm looking around like, Dad, what is going on? So, and my mom taught my dad how to drive. So, go figure. Because my dad is from Barbados, and my mom's from New York, and they met up there. But it's just, I don't know. I'm just like a masterpiece of disaster. And like, when I drive, like, all of my friends laugh at me when I drive because I'm always flipping out. So, this basically was just me venting about, you know, drivers and how I can't stand other drivers. If there was a way that, I wish cars had bumpers on them. Like, I'm talking about actual, like, bumper cars. Because there would be a lot of people off the road if I had a bumper on my car like that. Because there's so many people that don't deserve to drive. You have the people that are sitting on top of the thing like this, and they have both hands on the wheels, and they're scared to drive. This one white woman had me cracking up laughing. When I say it looked like she didn't have space for her breast to breathe, she was so close to the steering wheel that I was in tears laughing. I called my mom crying. I was like, Mom, this woman is so close. Like, if she hits anything, her ass is flying off the back of the car because she would be so close the airbag would push her out. And the other funny thing was when I was driving on my way up to IKEA in College Park, Maryland, and I'm driving in the freeway, the throughway, because it's like a little special, you know, 2 lanes for people that's getting off the exits. I take that as an easy pass to get around all that commotion on the other side. People are stupid because they still go and think they have to exit. That thing goes all the way up. So I always take that and like fly like a bat out of hell. So I'm in the throughway lane and I see this truck, and when I say the truck, if this is the truck, the front was like this. All you seen was all under the car over here on this side. So I'm looking at it, I'm like, he has to be fat, or whoever's driving has to be fat, because there's no reason for a car to be front like this. Like, literally, it looked like the wheels in the back wasn't even touching the ground. So I sped up a little bit so I can see what was going on. I assessed the situation. I almost got in a car accident looking. That man was huge. The whole front end of the car, like if he hit anything, the front bumper would have went off. I said, that doesn't make no sense. Why is he that big driving? Like, he needs like a minivan or something, not a truck. Because if he hits anything, that's a hazard. Like, what if he hits something in the road or a speed bump? He could flip the car over or something. Well, maybe I'm over-exaggerating, but he was big. And I felt really bad for him. And I called my mom. I said, Mom, this man is beyond obese. The car is leaning forward. And she said, Tiara. And I said it like that. And she said, Tiara. She said, a lot of people are overweight. I said, but I've never seen someone that overweight that the car is leaning forward. Like, that's bad. But I'm going to end this video because, you know what, I feel a lot better now that I've expressed it. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other people who have road rage. And I'm not the only one that's an aggressive driver that likes to throw things out the window, flick people off, or roll my window down and start yelling at people, or getting out the car and scaring people because they cut me off and almost gave me in a car accident. So I'm going to end this. Hopefully my voice sounds better for the next video, because this is actually going to be the second video for tonight. So, yeah, that will be it for today, and you guys have a good one. Get out the way, bitch, get out the